morning, brothers and sisters. Leon Blaze. Met Leon Blaze when I came to England in an office, a lawyer's office. And Leon Blaze is from my country, Trinidad and Tobago. What I found about Leon, just talking to Leon Blaze, he was a walking historian. He was my elder, and so many things that happened in my country and countries around, like Grenada. He was like part of it. Like, you know, when the Olympics was in London and you're part of it, he was part of our independence in 1962. You know, and he knew some of the radicals in our country, and you know, our country was a place where everybody was free. It's part of our national anthem. You know, the national anthem we have was supposed to be for the Federation. It was like, started like forged from the love of liberty, in the fires of hope and prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny. You know, and he came here as a free man, and he couldn't deal with some of the chains and shackles that he met when he came here. Same thing happened to me. I came long after him, and I found it difficult to fit in, you know, because you always believe all men equal, but when you come to England, you don't get that equality at all. That lawyer introduced me to Leon again about 6 years ago, and bless him, he's not here now. His name is Uchendo Ebeso. On a Saturday, I will go and I will cook for Leon, and it used to really please my heart, you know, to see him sit and eat food that he was accustomed to eating in Trinidad and Tobago. Because by that time, I used to be a nurse and I lost my job. So I was homeless, I was jobless, and I could have feel sorry for myself, but I placed a lot of time and energy with Leon. And he helped me to see, you know, he gave me hope. Because after having done nursing, Leon encouraged me to do teaching. And I went to college and I did teaching. So I'm a certified teacher as well as a nurse. Because Leon was a man who was an encourager. He encouraged you to be the best you could be. And you see him walking around very quiet and unassuming. If Leon see you on the bus, he always have something uplifting to say to you. And you know, I want us to remember that as a community, because a lot of us not as encouraging to others. We need to encourage one another. He always had something to teach you. And when you leave Leon, you remember something. Leon gave me lessons in history, in geography, and I know for a fact, because I lived where Leon was talking from, that it was factorial. He was a walking historian and a geographical person, and he don't mess around with his facts. And one thing I want to leave with you all, you know, when we were told to wear red and white, red and black, sorry, I was really intrigued by it because our national colors are red, white, and black. And you know, it's part of our flag. Our flag is similar to the one in Tanzania, except that the color is different. Same diagonal stripe. And the red in our flag, it denotes, it's the expressive part of our people, it's the vitality of our people at Trinidad and Tobago, because it's two islands, but one country. It's the warmth and energy of the sun. It talks about the courage and the friendliness of Trinidadians and Tobagonians. That was Leon, right? The black, it was the dedication of the people joined together by a strong bond. You know, and I hear it repeatedly said by individuals how Leon bonded with people. Water does always find its level. When you're in a place and you don't have family, you tend to find your level. Some people took me on when I was homeless and jobless, and they were Somalian people. You know, Leon found a haven and felt welcome among this organization, and we as a people, although we may look the same, we have similar issues, you know, concerning feeling a sense of belonging in a strange land, okay? And because of what he was part of our independence, he felt bonded to certain groups of people, and that is the Leon we know. Okay? And the black also denotes a color of strength, color of unity, and it's a sense of purpose, and it denotes the wealth of our land. Because you know we have a lot of oil and natural gas and bitumen. Okay, that's what make all our streets outside. The white in the flag, which is the stripe across, it connotes the sea, which is around the land. All islands have seas around it. It's the cradle of our heritage. It denotes the purity and equality of all men under the sun. And it is also part of the elements of earth, water, and fire. Now, Leon has God, and he was a man who edified people. I want us to remember that. Don't just remember Leon as the man who had a nice funeral and everybody come here and sit down and they meet their friends and they had a chat. Think about what he meant to people. Think about how he helped others. And if we could try to emulate it, in African culture they say it takes a village to raise a child. But then you have the other saying there's once a man, twice a child. And Leon at one point was like a child again, and this is we as the community, as the village, the global village that took him up and helped him. People would have done things to Leon in this group and would have seen him and interacted with him. This is our village. It's quite, the face is different, we might come from different places, but if somebody look at us, all of us is from the same place, and we need to remember that. Don't let changing times make us get extinct. Extinct is when we lose who we are, our culture, our standards, our values, caring for one another. That is something money can't buy. A good friend is better than money in the bank. You understand me? And I trust that Leon's death will bind us together as a community and will continue to grow from strength to strength, and live his legacy. Don't let it be something on paper. Don't let it be something that people talk about. Oh, his funeral was good, and it had drumming, and it had music, and it had food. Let it be something that we think about and pass on to our children, because most of the things he taught us, he survived World War I, independence, republic, and he passed it on to us. Let us pass on our values to our children and make our community a better place to live. Okay? That is one thing we should try when we leave here. Do. Yes. Thank you very much.